Hello there, this is Pastor Jerry Van Runk with another slice of toast from the Bread of Life. Today I was reading through Laminations, and I was thinking about how the writer was meditating on all the afflictions and things that were going on against him. You know, most people think it was Solomon. He had a lot of problems going through his kingdom and his home, with the good times too. And as he's writing this Lamentations chapter 3, verse 19, he said, remembering my affliction and my misery, the wormwood and the gall. In other words, I remember the bitterness and all the problems, and the wormwood was the cancer and those things eaten away. He said, my soul have them still in remembrance and is humbled within me. He couldn't forget it. He couldn't let it out of his mind. It kept coming back up and remembering it. But he said, this I recall to mind, therefore have I hope. In other words, if he's looking back at it, he's not having to dwell with it in the future, but he sees that God has brought him through it and out of it. He said, it is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed, because his compassion fail not. What a thought for you and I. I don't know what you're going through. I know just about the time I see everything perfect and right, suddenly something new pops up or comes up. I can have those weeks when I feel like, man, I'm 20 years old again, and then the next week I feel like I'm worn out and ready for the grave. But I understand what he's saying there in that 22nd verse. It is of the Lord's mercy that we're not consumed, because his compassion fails not. You know, that compassion was Jesus Christ. For God so loved the world, John 3:16 says, that whosoever should believe on him should not perish but have everlasting life. I believe that God very much poured his love out. He had compassion for us. Paul said it very eloquently in Romans 3:23, for while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. That's the compassion of God. He says that God's not slack concerning his promises, but he's long suffering, that none should perish, that all should come to the knowledge of Jesus Christ. So it's the mercy of God that we hold on to. Something that it's not just once, but it's forever. He said in verse 23, they are new every morning. And then he says, great is thy faithfulness, Lord. Great is thy faithfulness. And because your faithfulness is so good, he said in the next verse, the Lord is my portion, saith my soul. Therefore will I hope in him. The Lord is good unto them that wait for him, and the soul that seeketh him. I challenge you today, seek the Lord while he may be found. Take time and throw yourself upon his mercy, because it endureth forever. Just a thought. Thank you for having a slice of the bread of life with me today. Toasted and served up. God bless you.